and direct, live and direct. You're watching FAM TV.
You're watching FAM TV.
I'm Trayvon. I'm Akiva. And you're watching FAM TV.
Hey, it's Maya. Hey, it's Jade. And you're watching FAM TV.
Yo, FAM TV on your head top, bruh.
Hi, my name is Zainab, and you're watching FAM TV.
You're now watching FAM TV. FAM!
Hey guys, it's Electra, 2A's_Breezy on Instagram, and this is FAM TV.
FAM TV, baby.
Wow. Let's give him another round of applause. All right, so what we're going to do right now, it's actually good we have the space up here because right now we are going to ask for the partner agencies. I guess one at a time we're going to come up, the partner agencies are going to come up and present their side of Olori, right? So we're going to call up, first organization is Black Creek Community Health Center. The next one, yes. How you doing? Hola, everyone.
How are you doing? How are you doing? I'm grateful to see everybody here today and that you made the time to come out to this very special event of ours. Black Creek Community Center is one of the 5 agencies that is actually nurturing this particular project. As you know, there are lots of times when you have lots of projects, the city gives lots of money, and the project has a lifespan after that, which nothing really happens. We are determined to make sure that the work that we do with our youth is quite sustainable. What Black Creek has offered and was offered in the past is a space for Black youth to actually be part of the community in terms of what does health look like, and what does a healthy community look like with our Black youth involved. We've always been at the forefront of youth health. We've had sessions and we've had situations that we talk about Black youth suicide. We talked about issues around mental health. We talked about issues around colorism. But we also know that there are issues around the determinants of Blackness. And what you see and what we're dealing with is a situation where you have what we call social exclusion. And that means the dominant group will make sure that it has everything it needs to the maximum extent that it wants it, and then others, everybody else. And those people don't have, and those communities don't have anything. So, for instance, when we talk about the youth violence in the city, we're talking about it because it's actually gone beyond areas of Toronto that people normally hear about. So it's gone downtown now. And a tech executive is killed, and which is a tragedy in itself. But in situations in Jane and Finch and in those communities where our youth die each and every day, it's normalized and is expected. So when we look at violence, we talk about, the media talks about how you criminalize this youth. So there should be more police officers, there should be more police awareness. Whereas when you look at the issues around the opioid crisis is a situation where you have drugs that are supposed to be illegal, that are used, that people use, but you have what we call harm reduction. So harm reduction, which affects a lot of communities, but to a larger extent it affected more communities than ours. And when we talk about harm reduction, we normalize that particular act and we humanize it. So we tell you, we build a story and we say, these are the reasons why people harm themselves. These are the reasons why people use these drugs. These are the reasons why doctors prescribe these drugs. We don't go after the doctors that give people fentanyl or no drugs. but we go after our children on street corners and carpets. We don't go after people who use, but we criminalize. We criminalize our society, our communities. We break down the doors at 5 a.m. to prove that we want to get guns from your property. We're not saying that there's not a crisis, but we're saying you need to look at the root cause of what's really going on. Why are there guns in the community? Why is a sense of complete hopelessness for these particular communities? And if youth don't have any, if they don't see themselves in any opportunities, then what is it that you expect? And what's happening in Toronto and in our communities is not unique. When you look at the areas around the world in countries such as, also, Vancouver, it's an issue. In Murray, it's an issue. In Brazil, it's an issue. It's where there is a lot of poverty, and it's concentrated, where you keep people contained, you will get a reaction. So when we then now pour a lot of money into the issues around the opioid use, and it becomes a national debate, and we go to conferences, and people cry on the stage about, we just had somebody who was a user who died, and we eulogize them, and appropriately so. We don't eulogize our own children. We don't eulogize our youth. And so, why don't we have those same issues directed, those resources redirected to the reasons why there's a lot of violence in our community? This is what Black Youth wants to do, and what we're doing with our youth. We're going to have a youth council where we, and the program will, but we want to make sure that when we speak to these issues, like the system gives you money. Go and do something for 18 months. And after 18 months, it's like, Black youth still don't have any problems anymore, so that's it. And then, so that's the system. The system pats itself on the head and says, well, we did this Black youth program, that Black youth program there. But the system continues to exclude. And when you give money and you continue to exclude, you're not helping. And it doesn't make any difference. So what we want to do is make sure that the youth voice is really heard in a different way. That we actually have those discussions and hold the city accountable. And hold them accountable appropriately. So we want to make sure that even though we're 5 agencies that are focusing on this project, that the city becomes the 6th agency. And that the city works with us judiciously every month throughout 18 months. And we want to also have a conversation with the city about sustaining this. Because why are you giving this kind of a project 18 months lifespan when this is the decade of people of African descent? And you know that there's a lot of injustice out there, and this all has to do with our health. They target you, either they card you, you go to hospital, if you have sickle cell, for instance, and you ask for drugs, they criminalize you, they call you a drug fiend, and you're in schools, they target you, they put you in, you're either in the welfare system, they contain you. So our youth and our communities are contained. And Black Creek, along with For Youth Initiative, Urban Res, Delta, and Smart Economic and Children, we want to make sure that we begin to really speak out about these issues. And so you're here today as witnesses of what we really want to do. And we hope that you will join us in making sure that this program is very successful and sustainable too. Thank you.
So now we're going to call up Delta Family Resource Center, and this is going to speak on behalf of
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm still being proud of the work they came up with that last minute, so can we get another round of applause? I'm the ADR worker, the anti-Black racism youth worker for Delta. We're the lead agency with the project, and just I agree with everything that Phil is saying. We want to be able to create spaces for Black youth throughout the city. So we're located in Rexdale. He's going to be Jane Finch. Urban Res is down in Scarborough. FYI is Mount Dennis. So we're located Dixon with Swan Women and Children. We're located throughout the city for Black youth to have access to our programs and the project and things that we're trying to do with Olori. So Delta, we've been doing projects and programs that are dedicated to Black youth. I'm a product of that. About 10 years ago when I was in high school, I was actually involved in one of Delta's programs that's called SWAG. So it's a leadership board that enables youth who are racialized and marginalized to do leadership activities, events in the community, learn how to organize events, and we actually got paid from it. We still continue to do that program until today. It's very diverse. Not only Black kids are a part of it, but also South Asian kids. We run a basketball league program, which has been running for about 10 years as well. It's the majority young Black men. So they're gaining skills, learning how to play basketball, but they're also learning life skills, transferable skills that we use basketball as a vehicle to kind of teach them. We also have after-school programs that are located in need improvement areas. So they're free programs that are from, I think in the Humber and Meade area, it's for grade 5 up until grade 8, and the one near at Beaumont Heights across from Albion Mall is for grade 7 to 8. So we have programs that are accessible for Black youth who are not able to get programming because of their socioeconomic circumstance. And we want to continue that work with Olori, which is more precisely dedicated to African youth who have African Indigenous heritage. And yeah, lastly at Emory, we just started this group called Africana this year. So we received the TD engagement grant from New York University to do culturally based programming and do a student group. So they're going to talk a bit about the work that they did this year and that I help support. They're moving shy, so.
Okay, for the African group this year, we were in charge of putting a conference at our school. And in that conference, we had 4 different workshops. We did stuff on Black feminism, African Canadian history, mental health, and arts and culture. Yeah.
So they're being very modest. They put on an entire conference for the entire school from grade 9 to grade 12. There were no teachers involved in the planning of this. There were no teachers in any of the classrooms. They organized it on themselves with their own budgets. They brought in their facilitators, and they facilitated all of these workshops. So they were talking to youth about feminism. And those skills that they learned and that they garnered through just us supporting them, because it wasn't anything we were telling them what to do. They showed us their interest. We provided the support. From that, they've acquired a lot of leadership roles. Joy got $1 billion. What are they called? Scholarships and grants and bursaries at her graduation. She's going to be the president of the student council next year at Emory. So we're actually creating a platform for Black youth to stand up, have their voices being recognized in the broader community. So that's what we're doing here at Delta.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself, ladies. Strong girl, strong world, what they say. Right? So, and what we really want, I'm so proud of those young ladies. I love to see more young men stepping up in that academic field, those organizational fields, the administrative side of things, because there seems to be a misrepresentation in a lot of areas that are like, in the entertainment industry, for example. Everybody wants to be in front of the camera when everybody that's behind the camera and supporting the artists are the ones who get paid first. Artists get paid last. That's why I encourage all my artists to deal with their own business, right? So, as we continue, I'm going to invite someone from the Somali Women's and Children's Network. Both women. It's Nimco, everyone.
My name is Hedi. So I'm a youth leader from the Somali Women and Children's Support Network. I wrote a formal letter, which is Okay, we're excited to be a part of this partnership and Olori Initiative. Somali women and children have an extensive experience in working with culturally appropriate ways with the Somali community and have a deep connections to the Westway and Kingsview Village community. As a partner, Somali Women and Children Support Network has a presence in the Toronto community for more than 2 decades. We continually provide cultural improvement services and supports to the community and often act as liaison, oh my god. Liaison, yeah, it's a hard word to pronounce, but yeah, between the dominant society and the strong, but often isolated community, creating programs that enable youth to build social connections within and beyond their community. Somali Women and Children Support Network engage youth youth at risk that have been facing a higher level of violence, are less resourced, marginalized, and for low-income families. Yeah, that's what we're about.
Good job. I want to see the youth up there. It's great to see the youth up here being leaders. When they're up here speaking, youth are leading. All right, so we're going to next bring up For Youth Initiative. Anybody need For Youth Initiative? Come on up. Bring it up, everyone. Bring it up For Youth Initiative.
Well, hello everybody. My name is Brunel Donnelly, and I'm the Youth Director at For Youth Initiative. And this is Io. He's one of, and this is Io. He's one of our summer students and one of FYI's youth. So I will just start with a brief introduction about what FYI does. Okay, so For Youth Initiative is a non-for-profit multi-service organization that serves and advocates for thousands of youth and young adults in New York Southwestern. We provide year-round services and programs to local youth to meet their needs and to empower them. At For Youth Initiative, we believe that every youth is different and their journeys are different. We try our best to meet them where they are and help them with their goals and their outcomes to where they want to be. Our programs and services are designed to support youth to help them graduate high school, enroll in post-secondary education. It could be college, university, or the trades, and to help them gain sustainable employment. And that's the word sustainable. We want to help them deep down, reach deep down and see what they actually can do. We need them to begin with, what is your goal? And what are the outcomes for the goals for where you want to be? So that's why I love FYI. That's why I do, as a youth, I come to FYI and work with Hamid, which is one of our managers. Mafo is our youth outreach worker, and we have Yafet somewhere at the back. He's our, there we go, Yafet, he's our programs director, and I work very closely with all of these wonderful folks to help youth. This year, FYI has partnered with many organizations, and I'm just gonna let you know that what we have done for 2018, and we've been doing, and we're gonna try to continue doing it. FYI has a youth advisory council, which I'm the chair of. We have a board of directors right now because of all what the youth has been doing in FYI. We are trying to adapt a policy to help with youth civic engagement. And that's one thing that I'm really proud of, having the board of directors actually wanting to, and is doing right now, writing memos to get youth voice out there. We have, with the provincial election, we have hosted a youth town hall, which was back in May. We brought in the different party leaders from the Green, the Liberals, and well, we know the big four, and we brought them together and we brought youth. We want youth voice to be heard. As a youth, we cannot say that we are here to advocate for youth, and we do not take the voices of the youth and put it out there. So we bring the youth themselves to these forums to ask their questions. What are you going to do for me if I vote for you? right now for October, we're going to be having a municipal election, and we're in Toronto. I believe as one of the organizations who have facilitated these workshops, that it's provincially, and youth believe it's province-wide. Ontario is huge, but look at Toronto. I believe they believe if it's Toronto, that their voices and what they want is gonna happen. I was told that it's Ontario. Do you know how many places are in Ontario? What is my voice gonna do for Ontario? That's why I'm really passionate about the municipal election. What is John Tory or whoever, what are they gonna do for Toronto? There are 2.7 million people in Toronto, but I believe if all the youth, they come together and our voices are heard as a collective, that what we want and where we want to see the city of Toronto go, we can do it. As a youth, I believe my voice is strong, but together we'll be powerful and we can actually do something sustainable. And I like that word, sustainable. We are not going to come here for an 18-month program and that's it. I love what Carla said. It has to be sustainable. And not because we end next year, we have to continue this as youth, because we're the pillars of tomorrow. Come on. We don't want that for the elders to be doing everything. They need to pass the torch to us, in my opinion, because we are the pillars of Toronto.
Spoken like a great politician.
Oh. 1 minute for Ayo.
Well, my name's Ayo. I'm a current employee at Youth Initiative for a summer program. I used to go to FY since grade 9. It's a great place to go to for homework help. They have different programs from studio, boys group, any kind of program that you feel like that fits you, they have that for you. I feel like FY is that place and we'll come to the neighborhood. We have nothing to do is go there and chill, have a good time. It's a good vibe there all the time. And every time I go there, I feel welcome, I feel like I'm at home. Without FY, I don't know how things would be for me because they have this pro line. Yeah.